So as I mentioned earlier, for the next few weeks, maybe the next few months, and maybe even for the rest of our lives, we will be working with our imaginations, and we'll be calling forth our creativity. Believe it or not, both are spiritual practices, because both are ways of getting in touch with what is going on deep, deep down inside of us, the innermost depths of our being. In my experience, there are two types of spiritual practices. One involves a letting go and emptying. And the idea is to let go of thoughts and attitudes, perceptions, opinions. Sometimes we even have to let go of our hopes and our dreams. And by letting go, what happens is we create space. We create space so that in the depths of our being, we can be receptive. We create space for the spirit to move, for holy energy to flow. We create space for inspiration and clarity. That's one type of spiritual practice, the practice of letting go. And the second type is its complement. You really need both. The second spiritual practice is that of receptivity. We open ourselves to receive. We create space, and then we wait to receive divine, holy, swirling energy. And in this type of practice, this is when we hover, we brood, we wait, we discern, we wonder. What is being called forth? What is being created? What is being born or reborn? Again, in the depths of our being. I find it so interesting that both of these practices are part of the creation story. There was chaos and emptiness, darkness and a void, and there was also this brooding over the surface. Then came the gift of new life. Today, we are sharing the opportunity to embrace both practices as a community. So as part of in-person worship, we're going to engage in an emptying ritual. And then after worship, we're going to get together and create. So for those who are watching by YouTube, I'm going to explain the ritual, the emptying ritual. What we have here is some dissolving paper. You may want to use just regular notebook paper, but we're going to use this dissolving paper to let go of some familiar and comfortable concepts and practices and habits, or whatever we want to let go of. I have some suggestions for us as a community. But before I offer the suggestions, I just want to say this. To be successful, I'm going to need help. I'm going to need prayers and reminders and accountability, because some of what I'm suggesting we let go of together is deeply embedded in my way of thinking and being. So what I mean is, you know, it's one thing to say I want to let go of this, and it's another thing entirely to make it happen. So I'm asking you to be my accountability partners. And I'm wondering if you might need an accountability partner too. But I suppose you're not going to agree to that till you know what I'm talking about, right? So here's what I'm suggesting. Because the sacred season of Advent officially begins next week, and its overarching theme is waiting for light in darkness, I'm going to suggest we empty ourselves of any language which connects darkness to evil.